part 1, we last saw Carlos sorting through the beans to search for possible defects. Now we are going to have an opportunity to see the end product, the result of the hard work and the long process from plant to cup. After the beans are deemed to be the best ones and defect-free, Carlos has to measure the humidity in the bean using the device you see here. It's important to do this so he knows what temperature to set the roaster and for how long he must roast the beans. The beans are added to the roasting machine, 5 kilos at a time, and then Carlos sets the timer. The roasting machine, this Probat, is known as the Rolls-Royce of coffee roasters. They are very proud of this machine, and they can be, as there are only 3 in the entire country. You know how it is with the German engineering. From stethoscopes to automobiles, Germans are masters when it comes to precision. If I were a roaster, I'd want to be German. But don't think this machine is going to do all the work. Carlos has to constantly check the beans to see how they are progressing. He can do that by manually taking a few out via a nifty monitoring device and checking for aroma and color. He also has to carefully, constantly monitor the temperature. After about 15 minutes, the beans are ready. They are rotated to ensure an even cool down. Coffee roasting must be done using all 5 senses. Smelling the beans to ensure a good aroma, listening for crackling, the bean's sign of doneness, monitoring the color of the bean as it changes from green to brown, and touching the beans after they come out to be sure they have cooled down enough before being ready for storage. Now it's time to use our lab sense as we prepare to taste the final product. Let's go back to the cafe here in Salento, Jesus Martin Café, named for Jesus and his youngest child, his son Martin. The cafe that wants to change the face of Colombian coffee, not the already famous beans, but the entire coffee culture. Jesus has an intense passion for coffee and high standards for quality. Using US-based Café intelligentsia as his model, the baristas Jesus employs are equally passionate and well-trained. Coffee is an art form from growing the beans to creating the perfect espresso. This idea is new for Colombia, a country where drinking the dregs and exporting the best beans had been the norm. This cafe is changing that, and now Colombians come to savor and enjoy both the incredible beans and skillfully poured cappuccinos. A new generation of coffee lovers is being born thanks to Jesus Martin Café. An experienced barista can create any shape he or she desires. The dog you see here requires total precision and consistency. One false move can knock it completely out of balance. Here, Diego pours the perfect cappuccino, complete with flawless latte art. Jesus and his wife Angela's passion for coffee was contagious. The entire process left us inspired. We hope to return to Colombia someday and see not just a culture for growing coffee, but for drinking and appreciating it. Jesus' dream will then be fully realized.